your and the jam is pumping. Look ahead, the out west, like it. Rollie with a dapper. Foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. They go right foot up, left foot slide.
Punches that to roll with.
I got me a milli, I did it legitly. I'm still with the shit, I'm a hottie. Fly her across the country, I finished the show and I.
EA Sports, it's in the game. This is one of those offensive performances that I'll never forget. What a game.
Better, petty, don't matter. Far as that tell a tatter, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been in prison. No more remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. Say, what you talking that funky, dip about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that might give you life advice. Get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster, down a call NASCAR. My solo, no sir, I am not a passer. I will not after any of you fever blistered. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. Say, what you talking that funky, dip about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that might give you life advice. Get some money.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Jets. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The play fake, now White. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now White. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Brad, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Wide open receiver complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Sanders again. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
That's caught. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Buying time to his left. Open man here is Conklin. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. White throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
White's throw going to be caught by Davis. Touchdown, Jets! Corey Davis, 38 yards. And the Jets have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now left side on the swing pass. Room here to run. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 30-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Quez Watkins, 30 yards. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw, White. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. To throw is White. Throwing after the interception. He'll buy some time right. He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick-6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
Off play action, here's White. Steps away. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. White. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Paul on a give up the middle. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Paul again on second down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Hall. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second and goal, White. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin from 3 yards out. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle.
An unsuccessful attempt at the 2-point conversion. And it was a triple option play, and they chose option 1, handing it to the fullback. And that's not normal.
And sometimes you just miss your read key, right?
Yeah, I think so. And sometimes they actually call that, thinking that maybe everyone will bypass the fullback going out to the tailback or the quarterback. But in this case, they overwhelmed him and stopped him.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Yeah, let's go set lunch.
Straight ahead is Hall. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. White looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now White. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Hurts. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 75 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
From the 31, White sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they...
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can SEE, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a bastard, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Okay, give some credit to the team covering the kick, but boy, what was he thinking? Stay in the end zone, take the knee, and help out your offense. Instead, you put your team in a really precarious position.
Right to the air is Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. Touchdown! Aaron Jones, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught at the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Looky here, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and now an onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Out to his left. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. Called a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
My next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. Touchdown, Packers! 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. They're going on fourth down with Hurts. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on fourth down. 11 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a Philadelphia first. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Out of the gun now on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go again with Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. And again, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Eluding the pressure right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Hurts. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
On 1st down, Hurts steps away to his left. Hurts fumbles it. And this is going to be Packer football. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Gets past one man. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Going for it with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll turn to Sanders, and he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll find Jones again, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers going to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Now a play fake. Rodgers rolling to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Rodgers again now. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Rodgers now on first down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11.
Check your gear and weapons. We go soon. Enemy soldier incoming. Preparation is done. Now you deploy to the war zone. Stay alive to keep your squad in the fight. AO.
Hostile UAV in this sector. Hostile UAV overhead.
Gas is inbound.
Hostile UAV active.
Some of your team is still outside the safe zone.
Hostile UAV in this sector.
Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done.
Hostile UAV overhead. Hostile UAV active. Hostile UAV Good work, right here.
Got a loadout drop inbound. Your squad mate's back on station. Good work. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Hostile UAV overhead.
You have reinforcements inbound.
Hostile UAV active.
XP multiplier deployed.
Hostile UAV in this sector.
Hostile UAV active. Your squad mate's back on station. Good work. Hostile UAV overhead. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Hostile UAV active. Hostiles dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Gas is closing in. Hostile UAV in the sector.
Effective fire! Throwing Semtex!
Be advised, enemy deployed at my station. Your team made it to the safe zone. Hostile UAV overhead. You have reinforcements inbound.
Fire! Semtex incoming!
Time for vengeance. You're redeploying. Hostile UAV active. Enemy soldier incoming. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced. Our mortar strike is inbound. Hostile UAV overhead.
I need the mortar rounds. Planting Claymore. Tossing smoke grenade.
About to end. Make it count. Hostile UAV in this sector.
Throwing smoke.
Fire sales over. Adjusting prices.
Semtex south.
Hostile UAV overhead. Hostile UAV active. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Gas.
Contact!
Head to the safe zone now. Hostile UAV in this sector. location. Resurgence has been deactivated. This is the end game. Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy. UAV orbiting the AO. Recon is online.
You're losing ground.
UAV is being a fuel. RTB at this time.
Enemy sniper marked.
Be advised, part of your team is outside the safe zone.
Cluster mine deployed.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Are still active in the AO. Less than 25 were still standing. The enemy took that one, but we will be back to finish the job. Holding for deployment. Take this time to warm up. Enemy soldier incoming.
Back to me.
Warm-up is over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
You got 5 seconds. Good luck down there.
Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets to bring them back faster. Enemy dropping into the AO. An enemy squad is hunting. Stay alert. Got gas moving in.
Hostiles launched a mortar strike. Find cover.
The enemy lost track of you. You're safe.
Hostile UAV overhead.
Loadout drop headed your way. advise you load up now. Hostile UAV in the area. Buy station prices are adjusted.
Hostile UAV active.
Get after it. Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close. Fire sales done. Prices are back to normal. Gas is inbound.
Sniper, stay low.
Resurgence is no longer active. This is for keeps. Only 25 remain.
Hostile UAV in this sector.
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy that. UAV is on station.
Possible threats here. Careful, area's hot.
UAV is being refueled.
Careful,
RTB
possible
at this
enemy
time.
here.
Hostile UAV overhead.
Gas is closing in. Only 10 are left. You got gas moving in. You're in the top 5. Bring home the win. You're losing ground.
I need the small cal rounds.
Finish your mission. Take them down. Well done.